Hello, we are here for another video, and this time we're going to be looking at the female reproductive system. So let's start with an overview of the various structures you can see here again in the lower pelvic cavity of the female body. And there are a few familiar structures that you should be able to identify from previous units. For example, we have the pubic bone right here. This is the anterior portion, by the way, and that is the posterior portion. You can see that there is the urinary bladder right here, and it connects with the urethra, number 22 right here. That's where the urine is going to be coming out. And sitting on top of the urinary bladder is where you will find the uterus. And the uterus, as you can see, is connected to various other structures. The uterus is where the baby is going to be growing, and as the uterus gets bigger and bigger, you can understand why it might be applying pressure on the urinary bladder and increase in the urge to urinate. It's one of the I don't want to say symptoms, one of the experience that is common in pregnant women. At the front here, number 29, there is something called a round ligament, and it helps support the weight of the uterus as the baby is growing inside it. So we're going to switch over to another model which would give us a more detailed view of the uterus, and maybe we'll switch back to the overall model later on. So here, this is a coronal section frontal cut of the uterus as well as the ovaries on the side. And of course, the ovaries are the female gonads. That's where oogenesis takes place. That's where the formation of new eggs are going to be occurring. As the eggs are being formed, it is going to release estrogen, and that is going to go into the bloodstream. And amongst other things, it is going to have an effect on the lining of the uterus. So in the uterus right here, you can see there are various layers. The outermost layer is called the perimetrium. The muscle is called the myometrium. This is the muscle that will be responsible for pushing the baby out during labor, and it is under the influence of the hormone oxytocin. Further in, we have the endometrium, which is the blood vessel lining of the inside of the uterus that is going to be sensitive to both estrogen and progesterone during the different parts of the menstrual cycle. The levels of estrogen and progesterone will encourage the growth of the endometrium in anticipation of pregnancy. And if pregnancy does not occur, then the estrogen and progesterone level will drop, and they will no longer be supporting those blood vessels, and that leads to the menses. So let's go back here into the uterus, the ovaries for a second. The eggs are going to be released when there is an LH surge, and the eggs will go into the fallopian tube, okay, or oviduct. They mean the same thing, and that is where fertilization is going to be happening, if at all. Any other locations where fertilization takes place can be dangerous. Sometimes it could lead to what's called ectopic pregnancy, where the implantation occurs elsewhere other than the uterus. There are some kind of hair-like structure here called the fimbriae, which will help guide the egg in the right direction, and it's gonna once again travel along the fallopian tube, and if it gets fertilized by a sperm, it will implant right into the endometrium right here. And that's why it was important to prepare for this event by thickening the endometrium with the hormones that we spoke of. Now, there is the cervix right here, which is going to have a mucus plug forming during pregnancy. So the mucus plug is important because it protects the baby from the outside environment, right? Nothing goes in, nothing comes out until it's time for birth. Of course, the baby is going to be surrounded by the amniotic sac and the fluid as well, but this plug that will form in the cervix kind of gives it like an additional protection. And the plug will come out when the mother is ready for labor. Further down here, that's where the vagina is, and you can see that on the other model as well, which is right here, and it leads to the cervix that we talked about once again, and you can see the ovary is there also. I think that's all we need to cover. Yeah, thank you.